to the Carry My Heart podcast. I'm Carrie. I am so happy that you're joining me here today. I am so happy that I am podcasting again. It has definitely been a very busy summer so far, but I'm just glad to get back into the swing of things a little bit. It's a beautiful day here in Chicago where I am coming to you from, and just where you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry at KECogan. You can also find a Ravelry group for this podcast just by searching Carry My Heart Podcast on Ravelry. And you can also read my blog if you so desire at kerryecogan.blogspot.com. I must admit, it's not incredibly up to date. I think now that I've started podcasting, this has sort of been my medium of choice, so to speak. But I have been working on that blog for 5 years now, so there's quite a backlog of entries if you want to go read those. And maybe, I will try and get back into the swing of writing some blog posts soon too. So thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, this podcast has been slightly sporadic recently because the summer's just been really, really busy so far, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe so you know that when the new episodes will be coming out, that'd be great. And I'm really just glad you're here. So I'm going to dive in, and so I really have only been working on one project over the past 3 weeks, and that would be my Hito Food cardigan, which it's just black and white picture because my printer doesn't like printing color too much, but you get the idea. It's incredibly beautiful. You've probably seen it before. It's a very popular pattern. It's been made thousands of times on Ravelry, and I definitely understand why. There's a reason that it's the only thing I've been working on because I pretty much can't put it down. I wish it was done already. I feel like as much as I've been working on it and as long as I've been working on it, it should be done, but it's not quite done yet, and that's okay, but I'm really close. So I am knitting this out of Knit Picks Capretta. This is the Regal colorway, which is just like a really pretty dark purple with a little bit of red in it. I'd say it's more of a red purple than a blue purple, but it's so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. It's an MCN base. It's 80% merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere, and it's incredibly soft. Actually, David, my fiance, picked it up the other day and he was like, whoa, I had no idea this was so soft. And I'm like, I know, it's amazing. So this has been going super well. Last time we spoke, I was about to join the sleeves. So the way that this cardigan is constructed is you pretty much knit one long rectangle, and then you join two ends of the rectangles, and those become your sleeves, and then what's left in the middle is what will be like the back of your neck, and then it moves down the rest of your body. So at that point I had not joined my extra long rectangle yet. Sorry, this is a little bit of a labyrinth trying to get this all together, but since then I have joined it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, but here's one sleeve and the other, and then this is the top of the neck, and then I am working on the rest of it right now, just moving on down the back, and I only have a few more repeats left, so that's really, really exciting. I think at the rate I've been going, I'll be able to finish it by next week, which is really awesome. I wish I would have it done for this week because Chicago is actually experiencing not cool weather, but we're back in the 70s, which is really, really nice. And so it's definitely cooler in the evenings. So I would love to be able to wear this before the fall. But if I don't, then that's fine too. I'll just turn down the AC and wear it around the house. But I love the way this is knitting up, and I kind of already want to make another one if I can get over the 3 needle bind off that I had to do, 2 of them for the sleeves. which was something I'd never done before, and it was a little daunting at first. I think partially because I am knitting this with Knit Picks interchangeables. These are the rosewood ones. And the other size, I believe these are size 4. Yes, size 4, 3.5 millimeter needles. My other set of size 4 needles are nickel. And so trying to knit with one rosewood and one nickel needle was slightly interesting. But that being said, I survived the 3 needle bind offs. I'm sorry, I'm a little all over the place today. I'm just happy to be recording a podcast again. But anyways, I want to make this again. It's really, really awesome. So I actually tried it on last night and it fits great. I'm unsure though of how long it's going to be when it's all said and done. I've been reading other people's project notes on Ravelry, and a lot of people, it looks like, have done, an extra pattern repeat to make it a little bit longer. And I think I might do that as well, because I tried it on last night, and for only having like 32 rows to go, it only came down to about the middle of my back. And so I think I'll end at the top of my hips, but just the way it's constructed, it kind of is shorter in the front than it is in the back. And so to compensate for that a little bit, I think I will do some extra pattern repeats. But I'll finish the repeats that I'm supposed to, and then try it on again and decide before I make any final decisions. But anyways, this is lovely. I've really, really enjoyed working on this. This has really gotten me excited for sweater knitting, and I think for my next sweater, I might try piecing one together. So instead of this one, which is just literally all done totally on the needles, there's no seaming other than that 3 needle bind off, which doesn't even really count. So that's the only whip I'm going to show you. I have not worked on my Tiffany triangle shawl. I have not worked on my Cozy Memories blanket. And that's okay, because this is giving me a lot of joy right now. So, but I do actually have some acquisitions to show you all today, which is really exciting. So I'm in grad school right now, and one of my fellow classmates is also a knitter, and she works at one of Chicago's local yarn stores called Nina. And she gave me a little coupon to get $5 off. And I'd never been into this yarn store before. I'd been really meaning to for a while. I'm not sure why I haven't been. It was a little out of my way, but so I went in a couple weeks ago in the afternoon, and I picked up 2 things. The first one I want to show you is I picked up a pair of Chalgu 9-inch circulars, which is really exciting. I have been incredibly daunted to make socks. I've never made socks before. And I've never made socks before because I really don't like magic loop very much. I mean, I'll do it at the end of a hat to close it up at the top. So I'll do it then. And I've never been able to, I don't think I'm dexterous enough to handle DPNs. I know if I just gave them another try, it'd probably be okay. But like I said, don't like DPNs. I've never been able to do the method where you use 2 circular needles, because all of my needles, I have them in different materials, I guess. Like I said, like for my Hito Food, I'm using rosewood. My other pair of size 4 are nickel. So none of my needles match up. So I would need to buy more needles. And so I decided instead that I would get a 9-inch circular. And I was inspired by the knit along that Andy of Andre Sue Knits has going on right now. She's doing a 9-inch circular knit along. And I'm a little late to the game. I'm not sure I'll be able to cast on and finish anything. and time before it ends. It actually might end tomorrow. Today's June 29th, so tomorrow's the last day of the month. I'm not actually sure when that knit along ends. But either way, I really want to make socks, and I think having a 9-inch circular will help. So, because I also have really small hands, and so I think some people struggle with how small the needle is. Their hands start to hurt after a while. But I think I might enjoy it. So we'll see. So the other thing I got is really exciting. I got my first ever skein of Madelinetosh yarn, and I'm pretty much obsessed with it. I have wanted to cast on immediately, but I actually have something in mind for this that I'll talk about in a minute. But anyways, this is Madelinetosh Tosh Merino Light, so this is their singles base, and this colorway is called Filtered Light. And let's see if it will focus. It is, there we go, it is so stunning. It has just the faintest speckles, like there's some orange ones and blues and browns, and I'm just really, really obsessed with it. It's incredibly subtle, which is why I love it. And so, plus, you know, I love white. I can't get over the color white for some reason, but it's so incredibly beautiful, and yeah, it's just beautiful. So the yarn store that I got it at, Nina, it was okay. It was not exactly what I expected. I definitely think I'll go again because I do want to support local yarn stores, but I also want to check out some of the other yarn stores in the Chicago area because there are quite a few. Nina had mostly just commercial yarns. They, for a while, I know, had a yarn from a local Chicago dyer. My AC just turned on. I might need to go turn that off so it's not too distracting for you. They had yarn from a local Chicago dyer for a while, but when I went there, they didn't have it anymore for some reason. So they really only have larger brand yarns, which is okay, but I'm really on like a hand-dyed small business kick right now, so probably the next yarn I buy will be from a smaller yarn dyer, so probably a fellow podcaster. So, but I still love this. And so, like I said, I do have a project in mind for this. I'm actually trying to line up some projects for the rest of the summer. And so actually Nina at the new expat just came out. Well, that's a lie. The pattern has not come out yet. She just finished a new shawl that she designed. She's called it the Sugar Plum Shawl, and it's stunning. I really, really want to knit it, and I believe she said on her Ravelry page that she's hoping that she will release the pattern at the beginning of July, so that's coming up, and I would probably be the first person to buy it because it is so beautiful, and I think this would just look really, really stunning with it. So, but the other thing I'm trying to plan to knit is Devon of Francophonie Knits. She has her Amboise shawl, which is so stunning, and I picked up the pattern from her because I'm not sure if it still is, but I picked it up for free on Ravelry. She put it up for free for a little while, and it might still be, so you should check that out. So I'm trying to find the perfect yarn for it, and I'm not sure this is it, but I'm just sort of throwing around some ideas in my head. The shawl can be knit as one color, or it could also be two colors. You could do the end of the shawl, the border, in a different color. And I think this is what I would have as the different color. This yarn is from Essential Fiber. This is the Essential Fingering base, and the I'm Your Huckleberry color, which is really, really beautiful. Sort of like a purpley pink color. And then I think what I would pair it with is something else I have in my stash that I did not get out for the video because it is hidden away in a box. but it's like a light brown tan color. But I'm not sure if that's what this yarn wants to be. I really want to find the perfect yarn for this pattern because I want something that'll do it justice. Not that this yarn won't do it justice, but I don't know. I just get a feeling about yarn sometimes, and I know if I feel like it's not perfect, then I'll regret it. So I'm on the hunt for some perfect yarn for Devon's shawl. Maybe I'll actually pick up some of Devon's yarn. That could be fun. I think that would be really nice and representative of her designs. So yeah, so that's what I'm planning for right now. And I'm also on a fingering weight yarn kick. Fingering weight yarn is probably my favorite anyways, but I'm putting off other projects right now that are non-fingering weight so that I can participate in Devon's Summer of Stock Yarn knit along. So all the fingering weights. So that is all of the crafty stuff I have to show you. Like I said, it's just been a really, really busy summer. It's been really lovely, actually. At the beginning of June, I finished up the quarter for school, had my exams, turned in all my papers, and then a couple days after that, David and I went down to Atlanta, where we are both originally from, and celebrated the wedding of two really good friends. And it was so beautiful. It was such a good wedding. And then after the weekend, David had to go back to work, so he came back up here to Chicago, but I actually stayed down in Atlanta for the week, spent some time with my family. And so, as you know, David is my fiance, and we set our wedding date a while ago. We are getting married on June 10th of 2017. Which is really, really exciting. So we have our ceremony location. We're getting married in the church, and so I stayed in Atlanta for the week to try and find us a reception venue, and I was successful, which is really exciting. So it feels like it's all finally falling into place, and we're really, really excited. We've been engaged for a year already, so it's going to be a very long engagement, almost 2 years exactly. And it's exciting. It's a really, really lovely time, and can't wait to marry this guy. So, but then last weekend as well, David's parents came up to Chicago to see us, which was really, really fun. And the highlight of it was definitely going to the Chicago Botanical Gardens. They were so lovely. It just felt like the perfect refuge just outside the city. And I knew they were there, but I had no idea that they were going to be so amazing. So actually at the end of this video, I'm going to tack on a little bit of footage that I captured while we were at the Botanical Gardens, just so you can see how really beautiful it is. And it doesn't do it justice, I'm sure, but we went to the Rose Gardens and the Japanese Garden, and there were model trains, and it was so amazing. Oh, and we also went to the butterfly house, which was so cool because you walk in and butterflies are they're all around you. It was so amazing. So it was great. We loved having them up here. We can't wait for them to come back. I'm really eager for some of my family to come up and visit as well, because whenever new people come to visit, I get to play tourist with them, which is really fun. So, but I just really liked taking some video footage, and I really hope it turned out well. And I think that's something that I might want to do more of as a part of this podcast, have sort of more vlog style bits as well. So let me know what you think, and I really hope you have a great day. It's beautiful here in Chicago. I'm going to upload all of this onto my computer and then go take a walk outside because it's gorgeous. So I hope it's just as beautiful wherever you are. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope your knitting is fabulous and that you are just surrounded by yarn. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.